please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is a great way of remembering the order of operations. So the P stands for parentheses, E stands for exponents, M stands for multiplication, D stands for division, A stands for addition, and then S stands for subtraction. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. The first verse is about the P and the E. So we're starting the order. The first thing you look at is parentheses, second is exponents. So the first part of the first verse says, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for leaving the room. Oh yeah, she'll get to your subtraction soon, but first the parentheses are solved in the groups that she knew. Alright, so basically this is starting off by saying, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's fine for leaving the room. And then, oh yeah, she'll get to your subtraction soon. So subtraction is not the first thing we start with. Actually one of the last things we look at doing, so we don't want to look at that quite yet. But first, parentheses are solved in the groups. So the first thing we do look at is, are there any parentheses? And we need to simplify what's inside the parentheses before we can move on. So here's how we're going to demonstrate this part of the verse. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for leaving the room, like she just left. Oh yeah, she'll get to your subtraction soon. Like, chill out, it's all good. But first, parentheses are solved in the groups, so we solve what's inside parentheses. That she knew. You can give a thumbs up there. We knew that, and she knew that. That's all good. She taught us that. All right, so the second part of the verse says, she showed us how to tackle the exponents by multiplying the base and put a factor right in your face. 2 times 2 times 2, that's cubed. So once we solved once we've simplified everything that's in the parentheses, then we look for exponents. And exponents are going to look something like, 5 to the 7th power or something like that. A 5 and then a 7 in the upper right. So when we find our exponents, we want to simplify those exponents so that we can simplify the entire expression. So we're going to multiply those out. And what we do is we take the base, which is the big number, and we multiply it however many times the exponent says. For instance, 5 to the 5th power, we're going to multiply 5 times. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, that's hard to say, times 5. And that's multiplying the base. And each time we multiply it, so 5 times 5 times 5, all of those are factors. So we keep putting factors out there, put a factor right in your face. And then 2 times 2 times 2, that's cubed. So 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 to the 3rd power. It's also called 2 cubed. All right, so here's how we're going to act this out. She showed us how to tackle the exponents by multiplying the base. So I've created some exponents here. So you've got the base here and the exponent. So she showed us how to tackle the exponents by multiplying the base. So this is the base being multiplied however many times this says. So multiplying the base and put a factor right in your face. And then 2 times 2 times 2, and that's 2 cubed. So 2 times 2 times 2, that's cubed. All right, let's try the whole thing. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for leaving the room. Oh yeah, she'll get to your subtraction soon, but first parentheses are solved in the groups that she knew. She showed us how to tackle the exponents by multiplying the base and put a factor right in your face. 2 times 2 times 2, that's cubed. Perfect. Let's try it with the music.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for leaving the room. Oh yeah, she'll get to your subtraction soon. The first parentheses are solved in the groups that she knew. She showed us how to tackle the exponents by multiplying the base and put a factor right in your face. 2 times 2 times 2, that's cubed. Work it from the left to...
Perfect. Let's try it again.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for leaving the room. Oh yeah, she'll get to your subtraction soon. The first parentheses are solved in the groups that she knew. She showed us how to tackle the exponents by multiplying the base face and put a factor right in your face. 2 times 2 times 2, that's cubed. Work it from the left to the right.
So that is the first verse.